My Alex and Michael have been best friends since he was. Well, I'm going to get to you in a minute. They started back when in T-ball and
Pee-wee.
you know, yeah, Pee-wee, and you know, between having to explain Harold as their first AAA coach, and have Bob, who was almost the exact opposite of Harold. You know, that was always a real challenge. But what I want to tell you is, well, it was the whole Sartre thing to the little kids, Harold. That was the thing that they did.
Haiku.
Yeah, haiku. But at any rate, the thing that I can sum most about Bobby is when he was 40, we had a birthday party for him.
Yes.
And he was my best friend, and as anybody said, we fought like cats and dogs. And you know, sometimes the getting over the fight was better because it was just so weird. I mean, we wouldn't talk to each other for weeks, and we'd say all these horrible things to each other. But so then we're going to have a 40th surprise birthday party for him. Well, the problem with Bob was he wasn't always the most reliable to show up for stuff. So we had to figure out a way, how are we going to get him, or we could tell him about something, but how could we really make sure he was going to do it? Because at the last minute, he could just call you up and say, I'm not coming. So we figured the only thing that we could do is involve the kids. We had to lie to them. We told them that I told him I had a client that owned Dave & Buster's, and we were going to take the kids, and everything was going to be free, and literally we had to kidnap one of the kids because we left the gate alone, and he started with his, I'm kind of tired, I'm not really sure nonsense. And so we kidnapped one of the kids, Michael. Bobby wasn't with them. So if they finally show up, and thank God he does, because he really wasn't going to come. He told me that after, because I was really going to blow this off. And his whole family and 30 other people were there. But the best part of it was, when they finally get out of the car and they see we have a surprise party, everybody's really excited, except this one. He turns around and says, does this mean we're not going to Dave & Buster's? He was really kind of pissed off, because he thought that was going to still happen somewhere along the line. But the final thing is and we're very grateful to Taney for everything. Originally we thought about perhaps having a coach's game in honor, and we can do this another time. But I saw Maggie at the pool the other day, and again, pardon the language. I won't use the exact language.
Go ahead.
But I said, well, if we do that, we're going to have to hire some pain in the ass to throw knuckleballs at Harry Roth and I, so we can get really freaking annoyed at him. But what you would do is he would do it, and then you would hear that absurd giggle. And as we talk about his laughter and everything else, he made everybody that he was ever around better. Even when he was pissing you off, you sometimes thought you figured it out. What was he pissing you off about? And it was always something positive for the kids, and we didn't always agree on it. But I'll love him forever, and I miss him a lot.